Hello, my name's Bev and I'm the author of the book Please Eat, A Mother's Struggle to Free Her Teenage Son from Anorexia, which describes our family's battle with the deadly eating disorder, anorexia nervosa, which my teenage son Ben developed back in 2009 when he was just 15 years old. This post is also from the 15th of March 2011 and it's about trying to get Ben back into school as it was heading towards A-level year, and he was still having problems being in school for a full day for reasons such as insomnia, which meant that he wasn't sleeping well and was waking up in the morning really tired, and also obviously the eating problem if he was going to be in school at lunchtimes, and the compulsive exercising, which was still not really under control. So this post is called Some Very Difficult Juggling to Do This Week. As you'll have gathered from the last post, I am keen for us to move on into the next stage of recovery from the anorexia. This in itself is going to take some careful juggling while still being supportive, loving, helpful, etc., while introducing a bit of tough love, a sort of no compromise element to it. If I don't, then he risks staying in a comfort zone rut. It's far easier for the eating disorder to keep him away from school and friends at comfortable, safe home. It's also far easier for the eating disorder to continue to be very selfish, looking inside instead of outside. So I'm carefully nudging him out of both of these comfort zones. Since the autumn, Ben has been going to school in the mornings only. 2 or 3 mornings he doesn't make it at all due to the insomnia problem. Yet increasingly he is recovering by mid-morning and definitely by the afternoon. School is much easier for him these days. Note I didn't say easy, I said easier. I have agreed with Ben and school that he will go in every day if possible. By this I mean mornings only for the time being, but on days when he doesn't sleep I'll take him in later for half the morning or the afternoon. What's more, I'll take him in before lessons, i.e. at break time, to allow him to socialise. From this we will build up to some trial full days. I have also agreed with school that Ben's friends will be a little more vigilant in keeping him with them at break times and in free periods to avoid the temptation to go for a walk around the grounds, and read that as go for a run / exercise, like he did yesterday. In a normal world, this plan will be reasonably simple to put into action, but in the world of the eating disorder, it's jam-packed with hurdles and potholes. First, there's the insomnia, which still needs addressing. Then there's Ben's mood, which has been below par for a few weeks as a result of knowing he's in a rut and feeling unable to move on. Then there's the big issue of compulsive exercise, which is still well and truly a problem. It is the primary reason why Ben can't do full days at school, because he sees school as sitting around doing nothing, and he still can't handle this. He feels compelled to move around and simply can't sit still and concentrate for long. And there's the other big issue of the 24/7 thoughts buzzing around his head all the time. Thoughts about food. He can't stop thinking about food. Plus, advising him on how to handle his peers who talk about food all the time. If he was a girl, it would probably be about how to handle peers who talk about dieting all the time or whatever. He finds this particularly difficult. So the juggling is not as straightforward as it might seem, and is a massive challenge for all of us. But, like last time round, when I instinctively knew we had to move on and out of a rut at the end of last summer, I have to find a way to do it. Basically, we don't have a choice. It's do or stay ill. Last summer, it was more a case of do or die, or at least it felt like that, with Ben's threats of suicide. There's also another stress in that my husband, who was made redundant from his full-time job a few weeks ago and found a temporary job, has just found out that's going to be ending at the end of this week. So he really will be out of work, which means my juggling has just got a little bit more complicated. That's the end of that post. You'll find a link below to my blog, and you'll also find a link to my website where you can download free PDFs of my blog, and also a link to Amazon where you can buy a copy of my book.